All right, so a great question again this week from SJ Parker. Hey SJ, what do you do on a daily basis to keep to help with your mindset, especially during these crazy days of the pandemic as well? So my mindset is there's a number of different things. I'm just going to kind of label them all out and just put them all out on the table. Number one is it all starts with my morning. So I wake up in the morning. I am not really big on affirmations in terms of the whole I am statements. I don't sit on the toilet and do my I am statements. I don't look in the mirror and go, I am strong, I am powerful, I am beautiful. I don't do that. Svetlana doesn't do that. It's just not what we do. Now I know it works. I've seen it work for so many people, but I'm just a little bit different. I always find myself, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I always find myself laughing when I do it. Like if I go, I am beautiful, I am strong. I just find myself laughing at myself if I see myself in the mirror doing it. So I thought if I can't do that, I'm not going to not do it. I'm going to come up with a different reason or a different way for me to be able to do that. So I look at myself in the mirror, or I don't. I might be on the toilet, or maybe not. I might be eating my breakfast, or maybe not. And I'll basically say, what's the alternative? That's the question I ask. If I don't get to work today, what's the alternative? So that's question one. What's the alternative? Because the alternative to me is that I go work on a construction site. Now I want you to imagine me in a high-vis vest and a hard hat, a yellow hard hat. I have the kind of head, there's two types of heads. Number one, where the hat is on and it looks all right, looks pretty cool. The second type of head is when the hat sits on and it ends about here. I've got the second type of head. Now I've got quite a long, narrow head, face. So this is not a good look. It's not a good look. That's the alternative to me. What do I prefer to do? Would I prefer to be paid to travel around the world, speaking on stages and all over the world, engaging with some of the most incredible people on the planet, or working on a business site? Now I've got nothing against people working on a building site. We need people in the field doing that. That's amazing. But that was my alternative. So the fear of that pushed me away so much to just hustle. So the second question I ask is, will I hire myself tomorrow based on the work that I do today? I mentioned this, I think, in one of the other Success Summit online days, but will I hire myself tomorrow based on the work and the effort I do today? I want to imagine myself have an end of day review. If I'm on the sofa all day watching Netflix, would I hire that person? The third question, this is the third question I asked when I was in the field, right? So what's the alternative? Will I hire myself tomorrow based on the activity I do today? The third question is what I asked in the field. I don't do it now, but I suppose I could ask it in a different way. But the third question is, what's the effort that I'm going to put in today that my team see me doing? What's the effort and the activity that I do today that my team will see me doing? Because my team are only ever going to do whatever I do, right? So the people who are following me and they want to be producing content, they're producing a lot of content. They see me producing a lot of content and go like, this guy's a freaking animal. This guy's a beast. This guy's everywhere. There's a reason why Eric invites me onto his stages, his virtual stages, his GoPro stages. There's a reason why people want to do Facebook Lives with me. There's a reason why people want me on their team training calls. There's a reason why. Because I am out there and I am working harder than anyone else. I'm working harder than anyone else, and work ethic is what makes people successful. And everyone can get it. I didn't have it when I was younger. I didn't have a good work ethic. Why? Because I wasn't passionate about what I was doing. So, what's the alternative? Will I hire myself tomorrow based on the work that I'm doing today? What's the activity that I want my team to see me doing? What's the activity that I'm going to do today that my team will see me doing? Those are the three questions that I'm going to ask myself that help me build my mindset. It's always questions for me. The better questions I ask, the better my mindset and the better the answers are going to be. The fourth thing is daily personal development. I don't read many books, guys. I watch a lot of YouTubes. If you come to me and say like, oh, I read 50 books a year, I'll be like, wow, I've probably not read 50 books in my life, but I've watched a lot of content. I've probably watched more hours I've probably watched and listened to more personal development than anyone's read, right? Just because it's just always on. It's in the background, it's on the Alexa, it's in the podcast, it's just all the time. And here's what I've learned. I've learned that I could listen to a podcast. This is one of the reasons why my podcast, The Network Marketing Ninja, is strategy-based and framework-based. Because what I do is I realize, I read a book and I'm like, oh, the concept's great, I like the concept. But how? So my books were created strategy, scripts, systems. Strategy, scripts, systems. Okay? So I that's how I grow my mindset. I ask those 3 questions in the morning. I do daily personal development, and then in the night, I will ask myself the question again. What's the alternative? If I don't wake up tomorrow and hustle, what's the alternative? Working on a building site. Do you like that? No. So that alternative has to push you away from it. So if your alternative is just is to be the stay-at-home mom who just chills out and you're happy with that, then fair enough. You're probably not going to be pushed towards the success that you desire or that you want. If the alternative is that means I'll be the stay-at-home mom who can't afford to buy my kids anything and everything that they want in life or take them on holidays, then damn, now you see the difference. It's a big difference. The last thing that I am that really helps me with my mindset. And my mindset, guys, it starts with activity. Like, I know everyone says like your mindset is going to determine what your success is going to happen, but my activity and the questions that I ask myself is my mindset, right? Mindset, skill set, tool set equals jet set, right? It's not just mindset, it's skill set and tool set too. So here we go. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do something every day. Now you might be thinking like, whoa. Even if it's 2 minutes a day, I'm going to do something every day because the compound effect is real. There's 2 books that completely changed the game for me. 2 books completely changed the game. Number 1, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Why? Because it was the book that made me realize I have to have my own business. Every single one of you should read that book. Second book was The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, right? That book by Darren Hardy, it was... Yeah, I know a little bit more. I know a little bit more of the story, so I know it now makes me realize it's even more of a game-changing book for me. But that was the book that turned me into the consistent person that I am today. All right? So, again, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and get the books. You can you can go to FrazerBrooks.com/book or FrazerBrooks.com/double to get a copy of the book. I hope that answers your question. I hope that helps, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.